Hello guys, welcome to your channel which is Science Genius. This is Sushant. We have been uploading videos for your engineering entrance exams preparation, and this particular video is a topic of pair of straight line for mathematics section. So those who are new to the channel, you can just see in the description below for the various links which are given for our playlist for MHCET mathematics section and playlist for the MHCET physics section. So do like our videos, do share our videos with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel. Your subscribing and liking of the videos will help us grow more and also help us making more videos for you guys. So keep learning and keep watching, and happy learning. Do stay safe in the current situation. So let's get going. So this was the question which was asked in the previous video of Connect. So in the description below you can find the link for the video where these questions were asked. So you can just check it out. So the question was the radius of the circle I need to find, which is passing through the foci of the ellipse. This is the equation of the ellipse, and its center is going to be 0, 3. So let us draw the diagram for this. So my ellipse is going to be of this particular shape, and the center, so you can see it's 0, 3. That's basically this particular point which is given, and it is going to be passing through the foci. Now for that I need to find what is going to be the foci, or basically the coordinate of the foci. So for the coordinate of the foci, we need to find the x-intercept for it. The x-intercept of the foci is given by root of a square minus b square, that is when a is greater than b. So you can see a square is 16 and b square is 9. So if I substitute, that's going to be 16 minus 9, which becomes 7. So it's nothing but root 7. So the coordinate for this particular point is root 7 comma 0. And the center, as we know, it's 0, 3. So if I find the distance between these 2 points, that's nothing but going to be the radius of the circle. So if I use the distance formula, that's nothing but a root of the root 7 square. So that's 7 plus it's going to be 3 square, that's 9. So 9 plus 7, which is nothing but 16, and root of that is nothing but 4. So that's nothing but your option A. Moving on to the next one, we have the lattice rectum of the parabola and its focal chord, which is PSQ. They have given the distance, that is SP and SQ. Now what is the focal? Now we have to understand what is basically the focal chord. So focal chord is nothing but, if we have this particular parabola which is given, and this is my foci, the line which is going to be passing through, or the chord which is going to be passing through the foci, is nothing but the focal chord. So they have given this distance, that is PSQ. So in that we have SP as 3. So this is my P, this is my S, and this is my Q. This distance is given as 3 and 2. So I need to find what is going to be the lattice rectum. So if I take this distance as L1 and this is my distance as L2, the length of the lattice rectum is given directly by the formula, which is 4L1 L2 upon L1 plus L2. So if I just substitute the values, so that's going to be 4 into 3 into 2 divided by 4 plus 3, which is 5. So that's 4 3s are 12 into 2, which is 24. So 24 by 5, that's nothing but option. So this is a very typical question which is there, wherein we need to find the distance between the pair of straight lines. So these lines are basically parallel lines, and I need to find what is the distance between them. So in this, what basically we need to do is we need to concentrate on this particular thing. So we see that there is a 3x plus 6y minus 4. So what we have is basically I'm going to get C1 plus C2. So C1 and C2 are nothing but the constant term of the pair of straight lines, which is basically required for this particular question. So I will be getting C1 plus C2 is equal to, so what we need to do is we need to just select which is the least of them. So you can see that 3 is the least, so I'll be taking out 3 as the term. So C1 plus C2 is equal to 3, and from there I will be getting next thing, which is C1 into C2, which is equal to the constant term which is there at the end, which is minus 4. So once we get C1 and C2, what we need to do is we need to solve these two equations to find the value of C1 and C2. So from this equation, I'll be getting C2 is equal to 3 minus C1, and let us substitute in that. So I'll be getting, instead of C2, I'm substituting, so C1 into 3 minus C1 is equal to minus 4. If I open this up, I will be getting the equation, which is nothing but C1 square minus 3C1 minus 4 is equal to 0. So from this, I'll be getting the C1 value. So C1 is equal to, I'll be getting the value as 4 and minus 1. So basically C1 is equal to 4 and C1 is equal to minus 1. So the other value is obviously going to be for C2, so C2 is minus 1. So if I want to find the distance between the pair of lines, I'll be using the formula of the distance between the pair of lines, which is C1 minus C2 divided by root of A square plus B square. So C1 minus C2, you can see that C1 is 4 and C2 is minus 1. So if I substitute, this becomes 5, and root of A square minus A square plus B square. So now these A and B is nothing but not from this equation. We have to again get it from this. So what we do is, if I want to find A and B, I have to take the 3 common. So what I will be getting from here is 1x plus 2y. So A is nothing but 1 and B is nothing but 2. So if I substitute that, I will be getting this as 5 upon root of, this becomes 1 square plus 2 square, which is nothing but root 5. So you are getting the value as 5 upon root 5, which is nothing but root 5. So let's go for the next one. If one of the lines of this equation is a bisector of the angle between the line xy is equal to 0, then what is the value of m? So from the question itself, you can understand that xy is equal to 0 means it's nothing but your x-axis and the y-axis. And since this equation is the angle bisector of this, so it's nothing but going to be these two pair of equations. Now if I want that these two to be my angle bisectors, what I need is the slope of these lines to be at 1 for this equation and minus 1 for this. So from this we get that the equation is x is equal to y, or x is equal to minus y. That is the equation of this, x is equal to y, and equation of the second one, that is x is equal to minus y. So the equation which I am getting is x minus y from this, and x plus y is equal to 0. So if I open this up, I get this as x square minus y square is equal to 0. So if I compare these two equations, what I need is my m should be minus 1, and for this, that is x square coefficient. So basically my m should be minus 1. So that's nothing but your option D. Going to the next one, we need to find the angle between the pair of lines, which is y square sine square minus xy sine square plus x square cos square theta minus 1. So basically you can see from this term itself, you can see that it is minus sine square. So if I divide by sine square, I'll be getting this equation as y square minus xy minus x square is equal to 0. I need to find the angle between them. Now clearly you can see that if I do a plus b, I get a 0, and we know the condition that if a plus b is 0, that means the angle between them is 90, which is pi by 2. Moving on to the next one, the equation of the line represented by this equation is to be found. So what we need to do is we need to convert this equation in the m form. We'll be getting this as minus pq m square plus, this is going to be p square q square m and plus pq is equal to 0. So this is the equation, and now we need to find the roots of this equation. So it is minus b, so it is minus p square minus q square plus minus root of b square, which is p square minus q square the whole square, minus 4ab, so that becomes 4p square q square upon 2a, that is minus 2pq. So if I solve this equation, I'll be getting m is equal to basically p by q, and the other option I will be getting this as minus q by p. So from here, m is nothing but y by x. So equation, if I solve, I will be getting the equation as b. Going to the next one, we have a equation of line which is given and it represents a perpendicular line. If so, I need to find what is the condition for that. Now, since it is a perpendicular line, my a plus b should be equal to 0. That means 2 minus p should be 0. So that means p should be 2. So it's either b or c. So let's go ahead. Since it is a pair of straight lines, it has to satisfy the delta condition, that is delta is equal to 0. So we know that the delta is given by ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square, and this thing should be equal to 0. So if I substitute the value, so we know that A is nothing but 2, B is nothing but minus P. So we have already found out that the P value should be equal to 2. So this is minus 2, and C value is 1 plus 2 times F value. So we know that the F value is nothing but, from here we'll be getting this as Q by 2. The G value, which is nothing but 2, and the H value, which is also 2, minus, from here we'll be getting AF square. So A is nothing but 2 into F square, which is nothing but Q square by 4, and minus your B, that is going to be plus 2 into G square. G square is going to be coming as 2 square, and minus C into H square, which is also coming as 2 square, is equal to 0. So from this, if I solve this equation, I'll be getting the equation as 4q minus q square by 2 is equal to 0. And if you solve that, you'll be getting the value of q as 0 and 8. So that's nothing but your option C. So these are the two questions for this particular video for your practice purpose. The solution for this will be provided in the upcoming video. So do let us know in the comment section what do you find the answer to these questions to be. So thank you guys for watching our video. Do let us know in the comment section what more videos you would like us to make on what topics you would like us to make on. Do like our videos, do share our videos, and do subscribe to our channel. To never miss a notification from our channel, do hit the bell icon which is just beside the subscribe button. So keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning, and stay safe. All the best for the upcoming results, and also all the best to all those guys who have scored well in your CBSE exams results.